toy trap fees, gotta have it. Toy trap, toy trap, toy trap addict. Toy trap addict, toy trap addict. Yeah, trap be slamming. When I crack that package, fresh paint apps got a grown man bragging. Shell gang answer every post in the Matic. One more pre-order and I'm back at it. Raised on hip hop, promising plasma. I chase where heat like a dope boy trapping. Reno on the mic, bring the pressure, bring the static. The plastic crack fiend got collectors active. Stew in the cup with the facts and the flavor. One drop, one way, got the whole room craving. Call back, cleaning the bubble, too sacred. If it's limited, running my hands gon' take. You can call it obsession, I call it a mission. Stacking on the shelf like a freshman with addiction. Real ones know when the box hit the kitchen. Toy trap on the screen and the crowd start twitching. No more, it's a habit. Welcome to the toy trap fiends, gotta have it. Toy trap, toy trap, toy trap addict.
Sixth element of hip hop. What's good? What's going on, everybody, man? Welcome to the show. This is Reno, the Plastic Crack Fiend. Welcome to the Toy Trap. Yo, tonight we switching gears a little bit. I got my homie in the house. What's good, Hero, man? Hero Bishop is joining us.
Just enjoying this damn Jolt Cola root beer energy drink, man.
Ooh.
Backed up.
Hell yeah, man. Oh yeah. Kaz in the house, Casual Collector in the building, Stu Dog in the house. Yeah, man. So this is a crazy little collaboration, man. We're gonna get into, man. But first, we gotta talk this X-Men 97. Finally back.
Dog. Bro. This is, in my opinion, bro, this is the only thing Marvel's got going for him right now as far as TV, dude. And dude, it's the best. It's the best shit they put out in like over 10 years, dog, for real.
Facts, bro. Bro, Marvel did not fuck around. They did not waste no time. 3 episodes in, we already got Apocalypse. We got Cable in a big way, all kind of Cable parental emotions, and Magneto trying to rewrite the whole history and all the comic book references packed into these episodes, man. I think, you know, X-Men fans is eating super good. Comic fans eating super good.
Dude, they came hard fast.
Say it again.
I said they came hard and fast too, bro. Them shits were action packed, dude.
Bro,
and
every episode.
I was watching that shit with my wife, and we were gonna stay up because we thought it was gonna come out at like midnight, but it wasn't till like 3 or some shit. So we went to sleep and woke up, and I kept stopping like, yo, this shit right here is from this comic. This shit's from this comic. One of the things that I fucking thought was like, damn, maybe Disney's getting their shit together is that they made Psylocke have the comic accurate fucking English voice because she was a fucking Betsy Braddock or whatever before she got in Psylocke's body. And I was breaking that shit down to my wife, and I was, dude, bro, I was in this motherfucker acting like a fool, dude. I was like, oh shit.
Hell yeah, bro. I'm in this bitch jumping up and down and shit.
Yeah,
bro. Yeah, Psylocke, bro. That what they did to her recently in the comics is just corny, bro.
Yeah,
it's dope seeing her in her you know, her official self.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, man. So we're gonna talk about everything we caught, all the comic storylines that they're adapting, all the Easter eggs, shit you might have missed, where you think the scenes are headed. Also, kind of, you know, separate what's actually happening on the screen from the speculation. And because, you know, it's a lot of theories out there going on about what's gonna happen after these 3 episodes. So if you're a longtime X-Men comic reader, you know, there's a lot to unpack. If you only know about these characters from the animated series, don't worry. We're going to explain. We're going to chop it up. We're going to break it all down. Everybody in here knows their comics, knows their shit, and where all these ideas came from and all that dope shit. So get your favorite snack, your favorite chill juice, whatever that may be, and kick it with us, man. And if you want to also, man, you know, hit us up in the chat. Let us know how y'all felt about the episodes. Stu Dog, you got to see the joints, right? You saw them all?
I watched them twice, actually. I watched the last episode twice, but I watched them. Yeah, I watched them all. They were good. They were really good. I'm very impressed. I was very, very, very entertained and very impressed by what I saw today.
Kaz, I know you're here.
My bad.
Go ahead, bro. My bad.
I'm the sore thumb in the room. I didn't watch it, so I'm along for the spoilers.
Okay.
That's what's up. BDBGP, how you living? How you feeling? What up? What up?
BDBGP, peace.
Chat filtering in. But yeah, man, season 2 immediately clears up Nathan Summers' relationship with Jean Grey at the end of the season 1, right? There was still that question of whether Jean could really think of Nathan as her son, or when it was Madeline Pryor who physically gave birth to him. And that series definitely or the series this season rather definitely answered that question and let us know that she definitely was mom's and Pop's Cyclops was acting like a dad and shit. It was dope.
Dude,
it was dope.
When he turned around and said, "I love you, son," that kind of fucked me up. I ain't gonna lie, dog.
That shit hit me, bro. It shit hit me, man. I only got one son. You know what I'm saying? I got one kid, my son, and yeah, it shit hit. This episode, or well, that episode was definitely emotional. You had her memories after the Goblin Queen storyline. Jean is now experiencing Nathan's birth and infancy herself from her perspective and all that. And so in the comics, right, Cable's early life is a lot more complicated. They definitely dumbed it down, but he's the biological son of Cyclops and Madeline Pryor, who was originally introduced as just an ordinary woman before later being revealed as a clone of Jean Grey, created by Mr. Sinister. And the show really condenses all that history into a much cleaner emotional arc, focusing on the fact that like Jean genuinely loves Nathan because she now shares him, that same lived experiences that Madeline had in her mind and stuff. JV, what up?
That's me in the chat. The William B. That's me, man. What's up? I was just saying, what's up, y'all? When I'm on other people's chat, my name show up as William B. I don't know.
It just happens like that sometimes.
Man,
it's like a non-dairy creamer. Nobody knows exactly how it works.
Exactly.
That's what they say. But yeah, the whole Nathan Summers childhood, that was dope. The Ascani, Mama Ascani, and all that. The Adventures of Cyclops and Phoenix. Because that miniseries that comic miniseries kind of showed what happens to Scott and Jean, if they when they travel to the future to save Nathan from the techno-organic virus. And the series kind of follows that same basic structure. We see Jean and Scott get to meet and kind of sort of, raise Nathan a little bit for a little while with the clan, with the Ascani and all that. And shit was dope. It was deep though, because they wanted to stay there with their son, and the prophecy said they had to go and shit. It was dope. But the show, I think, man, the show is killer, bro. It's everything I expected it to be. It's everything I wanted it to be.
I like them all. My bad, bro.
No, please.
I liked them all, but I feel like the third episode was like the least hype one for me, but it was still like fucking dog. Bet, yeah. It was
Hell yeah, bro.
How many episodes is it? 8 or?
Let me see. I
don't know how many.
We only got 3 so far.
3. We got 3 so far.
So they feeding it week to week. They didn't just spill it all at once.
No. Disney got to make
it.
Yeah, Disney got to do it different. So absolutely,
yeah, man.
But they did upgrade us from 1 a week because everybody complained. I mean, Disney Plus is like $200 plus a year now. You think you're going to give me 1 episode a week? I'm supposed to be okay with that when Netflix just releases them all?
Man, what's up with these ads too, bro?
Yeah, that too. Yeah. Well, it's more money if you get it without the ads. It's like I think for the year now it's like $220 or something like $240, something like that for the year for Disney Plus. It started out at like $89 or something. It just keeps going up every year.
Man, I'm ready for them to release these shits on Blu-ray, dog.
Thank you. Yeah, me too. I got a massive Blu-ray collection, but I'm ready too. I'm with you on that.
Hey, it's 9 of them, Kaz. It's 9 of them all together.
Oh, okay.
It'll be 9, but it's been 3 so far. So, man, fuck all this. So we did this video. Me and Stu and Kaz talking about the toys, right? The DC toys, right?
Yeah.
and like I don't know, was like 2-3 days later, I see your video and got the hip hop white dude up there, and the way bro, I'm just laughing the whole time.
Yeah.
When you did the Italian mafia thing, I was like, hey, he's talking about me, bro. There's no way he's not talking about me. That shit had me dying, bro.
Dude, it's crazy. It's crazy because look, bro, I think before I saw your guys' video, you had hit me up on Instagram, and I think we already had this planned. And I was going in the living room, and my kids are always, I got my kids on the weekends or whatever. They're always like, hey, Dad, can we watch your videos? So anything related to me will be on YouTube as soon as I pop it up. And I said, what? I said, what? That kind of looks like me. Does that say Hero Bishop? And I was like, what the fuck is this, dude? So I was like, damn, I made it. Somebody made a hit piece about me. And then I was watching it. Look, I was watching it, and I was like, what? This is the first time I ever seen these dudes. What are they talking about? And then I realized it was you, and I messaged you, and I was like, hey, bro, I think I'm watching a fucking video you made about me. But I was laughing the whole fucking time. I was like, yo, my wife, come watch this shit. Because really, bro, he said I look like the face of a cop, the tattoos of a criminal, bro. I was rolling, dog. And really, even though you guys thought it was about you, you were still cool about it, and you saw the humor in it and shit. And hey, you said I wasn't.
You were cool about it. You were cool about it. Even if it was about us, you were super respectful with regard. Even because you're talking about all of us, really.
Yeah, I mean,
he's talking about how
everybody. But
you covering how the different personalities of Toy Collector.
But I got a part 2 in the works of that shit, bro. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
But nah, man, I watched that whole stream, man. I enjoyed it, dude. And shouts out to you guys for understanding. I'm on, bro. Motherfuckers are too serious in this space. And it's just like, dude, I'm not on. I can't be one of those rage bait channels that hates on people. I call it as I see it, but I'm still trying to just keep it fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. He's a casual toy collector and shit. We chill. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's laid back, man, and it's cool. It's funny to us when people really get serious about it.
Right. And even though my wife was watching that and she said, damn, even though these dudes thought that was about them, they were really cool about that. These guys seem chill. And I was like, yeah, they are. They seem pretty cool, man.
Hell yeah, dog. So break down that thumbnail. You said it was based on you and Jim Mint?
Oh, yeah. It was based on, okay.
Or he was like...
Look, bro, I used to be a rapper, all this bullshit back in the day. I used to sell drugs. I used to do all this shit. And when I got out of all that, I, later in life, rediscovered all this shit. You know what I'm saying? And got back into this shit. Similar to your story that you told on that stream, bro. You kind of, oh, that shit's lame. But really, I was like, nah, that shit's cool. So I went through all the different stages, found, watched motherfuckers like Glenn Webb. He's the GOAT. Shouts out, rest in peace to Glenn Webb. Shartimus Prime. Then I found Jim Mint, all these motherfuckers. And I said, damn, bro, we all been through all. I'm sorry I'm cussing a lot on here. That's just.
Nah, we cuss. We cuss every other word, bro.
And I was like, bro, I think everybody our age who's been in this space has been through all those fucking phases. And even when I posted the thumbnail on Instagram, my boy Jim Mint was like, hey, the dude in the picture is me and you. And I was like, yeah, that is fucking us, bro. Because I think everybody, man, if they're not too serious, can see the humor in that shit. You know what I'm saying? But
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Yo, Corey Adger, man, salute, bro. Appreciate the support as always, bro, man. Thank you, man.
Thank you, Corey Adger.
And he said, welcome to special host tonight.
What's up?
Shout out to the Hero Bishop. And definitely go check out Hero Bishop channel. So me and Stu really kind of discovered you first with the Punisher video, because we did a Punisher video and we always talk about Punisher, and we have a very nuanced sort of opinion, or me and Stu have it's like we agree, but we disagree on a fine point.
Yeah.
And the way you fucking broke it down was like, he fucking nailed it, bro.
Which is why I'm glad you're here to be the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
You was a tiebreaker.
You the tiebreaker.
Bro,
yeah.
Dude, I've been talking about that shit ever since the Netflix shit came out, dog. But
I have too.
Yeah. And maybe though, at least they shaved his fucking beard, so maybe he'll act like Punisher in Brand New Day. We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
Now, quick question for you. Do you think that the Punisher TV show, or whatever they gave us on streaming services, should have the pace of a John Wick movie, or he should just be crying in front of a tombstone like he do the whole movie,
That's
or
two
crying.
extremes, though. There's something in between that.
I'll say this, man. In the goated portrayal by Ray Stevenson in Warzone, they showed a quick reflection of his loss, showed him shook up for a minute, and then they just went on with the movie straight action planning. That motherfucker, that's how you do it. But I get it. I get it. If it's going to be a TV show, you're going to want to put some more story in there. But that's where you show the fucking tactical side of Punisher and how he orchestrates shit, how he plans shit, and then the inner lives of the other villains and shit. And you ain't got to do all the soap opera shit, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Which leads me to my point. When you watch, I don't know if any of you guys ever watched Star Trek, but when you watch Star Trek, it kind of rolls like that, and they got like what 7, 8 seasons, 30 episodes a season. Keeps you interested because they plan. They show you their morals and values in Starfleet, and then they take on an adversary that's bigger than, like in the comics, Punisher takes on super villains with mutant like powers and wins all the time. I don't understand why we couldn't got that from week to week. Like we could have got a different super villain or just a different villain he was taking out from week to week.
Bro, the show, the fucking Netflix show, dog, bro, dude, I fucking watched like maybe half of it, and I was like, I can't fucking do this, bro. This motherfucker plays Shane in every show, dude. Playing the character like Shane from Walking Dead, looking like Pauly D, bro. Like straight up.
Pauly fucking D, bro. Oh, what's up with that shit? I mean, I don't know if they because you know the way Hollywood does the shit, they definitely tried all the looks. So maybe they slicked back his hair and he just looked fucking stupid. It's you never know why they didn't do it.
Dude, I probably sound ignorant that I'm so pressed about that, bro. But the fucking sculpted loaf hair, bro, it ain't it, dog.
I hear you, bro. Yes, that is not fucking it, bro. And Stu pointed out he shaved his head in
Walking Dead.
What was it Walking Dead? So
sure. Bro,
ain't nothing for him to go.
Dog, he had slick back hair at the end, dog. So I don't know why they can't do that.
I don't know why either. They just don't want to. I guess they want their look, the TV look, so to speak. That and okay, if you go to do that, but damn, at least give us a better Punisher symbol on his chest. You know, more clear. See, I'm tired of the paint, the dripping paint. I don't understand who came up with that and who. I don't even know who thinks that looks cool.
They're trying to make new merch, man. They're trying to make new merch. They're making new characters, new appearances because they don't want to. You know what I mean? Like they want to sell more toys and more shit. You know what I'm saying? So they're making they want to keep close to the old look, but it's still a new look. You know what I'm saying?
That was my only complaint with Ray Stevenson, bro. I wish the logo on the chest would have been an armor plate.
Right. I say the same thing. I say the same thing. But I always say, give me the white gloves, the black suit, white symbol, white gloves, white boots. I think it'll pop on screen.
Yeah, the MCU has found a way to make those costumes look passable. You know what I mean? Like Captain America, Wolverine, all the motherfuckers. They know how to do it. They're just playing games.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, especially with the X-Men. When you had the first X-Men movie, everybody was dressed in black with pinstripes of yellow and gold going across their uniforms. And the next, it just didn't. It didn't make it makes them stand out. My personal opinion. When you dress them in their costumes, and if these cosplayers, another thing I come up with, Harold Bishop. These cosplayers work with less, have less money, less budget, and they go to Comic-Con, they look amazing. I don't understand what Hollywood's doing.
Well, your cosplayers are shooting for a mission to look like the character from our youth, whereas the actors, you went to see both of those movies, the X-Men in the black suit, and then the newer one. So they sold you 2 tickets. Yeah, you went to the first one. You went to the first one hoping that you were going to see something that was
to be fair, I thought they were going for a Grant Morrison look in that movie, the new X-Men. But it's still, they should have went full new X-Men if they were going to do that, because those suits even look cooler than those movie suits.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Oh,
so,
100%.
So let's start with so after these 3 episodes of X-Men, 98, 97. What's everybody's overall temperature, or I'd say, on the season so far? Like,
I think it's
what are
better
y'all
than the
feeling?
first one, bro.
Yeah, I do too. I agree.
That and you know what's crazy about that? Everybody was all Bo DeMayo, Bo DeMayo, Bo DeMayo. Oh, Bo DeMayo's gone, and what's it gonna be? Blah blah blah. And is the writing gonna be as strong? And then we got them clips, and I'll be honest, bro. When I saw them clips, I was like, "Oh, this corny ass,
Dude, the drummer.
ass dialogue." Yeah, but the writing, and then, but no, dog. Yes, you're right. This shit is written better. It's produced better. I don't know why, but I still seen it. Still says executive produced by Bo DeMayo. I
Yeah.
guess they have to leave that on there, or what? I don't
Man,
know.
I saw a thing about that dude where he got off the Witcher show too because they weren't respecting the source material. So I feel like
Oh,
that dude rides
yep.
hard for the comics and shit, but you can't be sending like dick pics to your staff or whatever the fuck you did. I don't know. There was a bunch
I
of
know. I
I
don't know
heard
what he
about that.
did. I don't
Yeah, I
know.
heard
'cause
about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what he
they
did
never
either.
really,
They don't dive into it.
they never really kind of said what he did and shit or what it was about. At least I didn't see if they did, but
He
I wasn't
posted a
super.
video on his YouTube about it, man. But then like people
Okay.
responded and were like, he was sending pictures of himself to dudes and the thing and all this. And I don't give a fuck, bro. Everybody can be into what they want, live how they want. But you know, man, you at work, bro. Chill.
Yeah, exactly. Like do what you want, but it ain't gotta be. You know, you
Yeah,
gotta be.
after
Don't
work.
involve me. Don't
Yeah,
involve me
yeah.
in what you
Yeah,
doing.
you gotta have a Michael Jordan attitude. Look, you here to
Yeah,
work.
yeah.
Whatever you do outside of here is whatever you do.
Anybody in
But when
here
you
does that at work, we getting fired and probably getting charged. So,
Exactly. No matter
exactly.
what
Yeah, you
side
step
of
to
the
that
fence
threshold.
we're
It's time to take care of business. I like the dialogue. For
dialogue
me,
hit.
the dialogue was hitting. It wasn't boring. Like sometimes you'll watch it. Like in the '90s when we saw this show, dialogue was good, but then when you watch it now, it didn't really age too well. But
Right.
like the new dialogue, the way the characters interact with each other is interesting, and it kind of pushes. You see how it pushes the story forward
Yeah.
to the next scene. Like I love that
Mhm.
when I was watching it because it kept me occupied. You know what I mean? When there's no action on the screen, the dialogue has to keep you entwined in whatever's going on. And I like the way they did it this time because it, watching even Bishop and Beast talk or Magneto
Mm-hmm.
and Professor X talk, because those conversations can go in circles,
Yeah.
even in the comics, because they continually go back and forth about what's right, what's wrong with. But here, the way they pushed it along, it was excellent. I liked it.
And
And
bro, can we just say real quick, every time Storm talks, it's like the most epic speech you ever heard, dog.
yeah, it is. She get down.
Word.
Yeah.
Word. Yeah, man. So
Hey, my bad. I got something I gotta bitch about. I'm always bitching about somebody's hair. Bro, where's Bishop's fucking mullet and Jerry curl at, bro? Dude, I hate the way his hair looks. I hate his hair, bro.
Yeah, I don't like. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Either go ball head or mullet.
Yeah,
That's the only two acceptable.
One or the other, dog.
That's the only two acceptable. I'm saying
Yep.
that's my dude.
Dude, that's
and I wanted to ask you, is that why your name is Hero Bishop?
Well, no, Bishop is in my top 5 X-Men, but my last name is actually Bishop, right? My name is Christopher Clay Bishop is my government name. But ever since I was a kid, motherfuckers had called me Hero. And so Hero Bishop Show, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a tattooer, so like my tattoo shit is Hero Bishop Tats. And when I rapped and when I was in bands, I went by Hero. So it's just been a nickname my whole life, and that's my actual last name. But hey, man, just happens to be a comic book legend as well. So
yeah. That's dope.
Now, being a tattooer, have you ever done any X-Men tattoos?
Hell yeah, man. I just posted a Nightcrawler tattoo that I did. And the same dude's about to come back and get a comic accurate Wolverine in the brown and yellow costume.
You posted it on the gram?
Yeah, man. On my other Instagram for my tattoo shit, it's Hero Bishop Tats.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But man, I just fucking really I like American traditional a lot, but I'm down. I'm obviously into comic book shit, so anytime a motherfucker's like, I want a comic tat, I'm like, let's do it. I specifically like the 90s shit with the heavy inking and shit like that. I think those look cool as tattoos, but not everybody's into that, you know?
Yeah, but it's dope.
But shit, man. Oh yeah. Anyway, I know I bitching about hair is a stupid thing, but bring Bishop's fucking hair back, bro.
It's not. You know why it's not stupid, bro? Because it's iconic. Like Wolverine's hair is iconic. You can't just give Wolverine a bowl cut. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like everyone has to have their iconic look, their silhouette. It's all about the silhouette. Yeah. It's like G.I. Joe with the weapons. They gotta have their iconic shit. You gotta be able to recognize who it is.
Bro. It looks sick, bro. That's a bad motherfucker who's gonna rock some hair like that. You feel me?
Yeah, dog.
Yeah.
And those type of haircuts, those type of haircuts make you stand out.
Yeah, for real.
Let people know you mean business.
That's about 2 months healed, and he's got fucking hair over it and shit. But you can see it's solid as fuck because when that color, it stays.
No, that's dope.
Appreciate
that's super dope. Yeah, no, that's super dope.
Yeah, good tight work, man.
Now, what's the biggest have you ever done like an entire back?
Yeah, I'm working on a back piece right now. You can see right there, it's a blast over, so we're trying to cover up some old shit, but it's gonna be crazy.
Oh wow, look at that.
Yeah.
How many tabs do you think you've done? Like, if you had to guess, 1,000?
Yeah, bro. Oh yeah, I fucking thousands, dude. We did a flash sale the other day, a flash event. And like little small quick tats, and I did 60 tattoos just in that day alone.
Damn. Wow.
Yeah.
You got I almost got into it, bro, because I'm an artist. I draw and shit, and I have in my closet like a full tattoo kit, like all the guns, everything you need, like all kind of professional shit. I bought the whole shit, and yeah, I just try to teach myself, which you cannot do. You can't. It doesn't work.
Check this out. We call them tattoo machines, but
yeah. My bad.
You're gonna call it a gun, call it a tat gat. It's a tat gat.
Tat gat or a machine. That's right. It is a machine. I know that. I remember that. Yeah.
It's funny though because at the shop we all keep heaters on us and shit. And in my toolbox, I got a 9mm and a Rambo knife. And every time somebody calls it a tattoo gun, I pull up in the drawer and I say, "This is a machine. The gun's in the drawer."
Right.
That's my reoccurring joke.
Yeah.
That's a good one. No, that's a good one. That's a good
one. So out of these 3 episodes of X-Men, did they meet your expectations or just completely surpass what you expected?
Dude, okay, bro. I was like, I think they surpassed what I expected because I liked them more than the whole first season. I was kind of bummed about one thing, which if it's cool if I plug something real quick, it relates to that.
Yeah, bro.
When I saw Wolverine in the do-rag, I was like, motherfuckers are going to be wondering why he's like this. So I made a whole ass video of why in the comics he had that do-rag. It's coming out tomorrow.
Nice.
But he didn't have the do-rag in the show for the same reason as I'm going to explain in this video. So I was kind of bummed about that. But I know this show takes from a bunch of different shit. Nothing's straight adapted from the comic. But I still appreciate the fact that they're taking so much shit from the comics and getting it right either way. And even though they're kind of loosely basing this shit off of that, whatever they're making, bro, is like, it's just fuck. I hate when motherfuckers say peak, bro, but the shit is peak, dog.
It is peak.
It is peak. Now, what do you think about Jubilee? And I think it was the second episode. She, they showed her, getting it off. Like they showed her, because you don't really see a lot of Jubilee in live action doing her thing.
One thing I wanted to say about that was, I never really saw in the X-Force comics that I read. I seen them going after like bad guys and shit, but I never seen them fucking with X-Men like that. And I feel like it didn't take much for Polaris to let her out of that fucking cage. That was kind of some plot armor right there. And Jubilee was a little bit OP, but I still thought it was badass. And they had the 90s like fucking girl gang song going and shit. It was tough.
Yeah, because Jubilee, like a lot of people don't understand Jubilee's powers, and it's
Right.
supposed to be like fireworks,
Mm-hmm.
but and they never really in the comics gauge the intensity or
Yeah, it never
or
looked as big as it did in it, like they just did in this show.
right,
Yeah,
right, yeah, yeah. So X Force, X Factor, X Men.
yeah.
Where do you see them? Going with this 97, and how far do you think this 97 thing will go? You think we'll get more than these 2 seasons, or you think, we might get maybe a third season and that's going to be it?
I think they said they were going to renew a third and a fourth or some shit, didn't they?
I don't know. I never really dug into it. I just
Yep.
been,
That's
looking
what
at
I
it
heard.
season by season.
Dude, it's too late to turn back, bro. Because look, they introduced. I saw Generation X characters in there, like Chamber. I saw motherfuckers from New X-Men, the
Yep.
Stephen Cuckoos,
Yeah,
Queen
yeah, I
Choir.
did too. Yeah,
It's like, bro,
Quinn Choir. Yeah.
you're introducing too many sick ass motherfuckers to not keep this show going. Because I'll watch it for the rest of my goddamn life, bro. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Exactly, bro.
Because JV in the comments said that it's gonna be generational. So is that he said he heard it's gonna go past 4 seasons and it's gonna be generational.
He say make it like Saturday Night Live. You'll watch forever.
I
Yeah.
mean, I wouldn't put it past them, bro, because we already had one in the 90s. Now we got one now, and it just keeps going. You might as well keep it going because, yeah, and I will watch it forever, bro, because
I
as long
will
as they
too.
keep this formula that they've been doing ever since the 90s, I'm all in. It's the best animated anything, bro.
If they want to save the MCU like everybody's saying, you adapt the live action X-Men the same way you're adapting this fucking show, and they will be the biggest fucking movies again, bro. I think.
Thank you, dog. All you got to do is just stick to the source material. The comics fucking nailed it already, bro.
Right.
Just adapt it, dog, and
Man,
stand back.
It's the most diverse without having to fucking change anybody just to change them. You know what I'm saying? We got people from all different races. We got all different genders. We got all different, like, all the shit. All the fucking spectrums of every type of motherfucker in the world is in the X.
Yep.
And, like, it's a win-win for them to just straight correctly adapt this and not fuck it up, because they're going to get new viewers who are into diversity. They're going to get old fans who respect the original diversity of the source material, who love the comics. It's just, I always been saying that, bro. Like, it's just, man, it's anybody can like the X-Men.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. It was written that way.
Mm-hmm.
It was written to be diverse. It was written to be everything that it is.
Right.
Do you think that Hollywood is pushing us to be either over diverse?
Yeah, I think that it's a weird thing, man, because look, obviously any motherfucker with a brain is cool with, black characters, female characters, whatever, whatever characters, dude. But it's like they don't, a lot of times I think it's very disrespectful to be like, yo, we ain't gonna bring out this already female character, this already black character, and put them in the spotlight. We're just gonna like gender swap or race swap this person because we don't want to bank on our original female, different ethnicities and all that shit. And it's just like, bro, you got good characters, you got an established history of diversity. Bank on that shit and quit acting like a bitch.
Yeah, dog. There's no reason to race swap. Everybody feels that way. Everybody feels that. Nobody wants this shit.
Nah, dude. And it's like,
except for like that fringe, super duper far left, and
they're not the
crazy
people.
As the far right.
They're not the people that are buying comics either, bro.
And they're not. And they don't give a shit. They really don't care about the comics or none of this shit. They just want their point across.
Yeah, and it's like
they did that shit to Star Wars. They're doing it to Marvel. It's like, bro, that shit was already diverse. Star Wars, female badasses from fucking Leia on.
Yeah, dude, they keep wondering why shit's failing too. Like, take for instance that fucking Supergirl movie. I think you said you liked it or something. I don't know. I didn't even go watch it, bro. I knew it was DOA just because of how they're coming across, bro. Nobody gives a fuck about Tom King's shit, bro.
Well, that's the thing. Here's what I dug about it. and it's the only thing I dug about it because there wasn't much else, is the fact that it adapted a single comic pretty much recognizably.
I begged.
See, I looked at it as
I'm watching the movie the whole time, going, "Damn, I recognize that, but it was better in the comic." Like, okay, but it was better in the comic. But I recognized what they were doing. They changed Krem. They changed so much and fucked a lot up. But it was the story. It was the story of Women of Tomorrow adapted. Yeah, they tweaked it or whatever. But that alone, from the early days of Iron Man, the first Marvel, they never adapt a single story. It's like they pull from all these different stories and all these different eras and make a movie out of it.
Yeah.
Instead of taking, here's a storyline, adapt that fucking story into a movie. Watchmen did it. Like, a few things do it, but they're the best shit.
Yeah.
Supergirl just didn't do it well.
I almost went to see it because I like Lobo, but let's be honest, bro. I'll admit I'm a toxic Snyder, bro. But I still think Jason Momoa plays the same fucking dude in every movie, and he was a whack ass casting for Aquaman. Even though I like Zack Snyder's like world and shit.
And you know, a crazy little tidbit about that is Aquaman is the highest grossing DC movie ever.
I know, ain't that crazy, bro?
That's the craziest part about it. It's the and people rag on it all the time, but it's the highest grossing movie they ever made. Like, period, point blank.
I watched all that shit just to like kind of support, because I wanted to see more of his Batman and David A. I wanted to see the Ayer cut and all that shit. So I went and supported all that shit. And it ain't like he's trash as Aquaman. He was dope, but it's like I can't sit and complain about them miscasting fucking Pauly D Punisher, but then say, oh yeah, he's a tight Aquaman. Because he's nothing really like Aquaman. He's Jason Momoa, but whatever. It was entertaining, you know.
Yeah, it was.
It was something different.
And I thought, me, I didn't Supergirl. I thought it was a really good superhero chick flick.
Yeah,
because you got regular chick flicks, and then you got superhero chick flicks, and I think it's the best superhero chick flick. It's probably number one in my book right now, and then I got Black Widow at number 2, and I got Marvels at number 3. And they were the three superhero chick flicks we got in the last 5 years. So that right there goes to show you that they can work if the material's good. Because there's always we know that the drama behind Black Widow when that got released, and then we know the drama behind the Marvels when that got released.
Yeah.
So now Supergirl is the latest superhero chick flick where they try to put a bunch of women together to overcome the evil of men, and it can work, but the material's got to be good. And I thought that Supergirl is probably the best one I've seen so far.
But it's like
out of the three.
They're always ripping on fucking men and shit, and it's like men are the motherfuckers watching these movies mostly. Let's be real.
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
They need
That's
to
true.
that. Hey, Wonder Woman with fucking Gal Gadot or whatever, that movie fucking did well because they weren't out there like talking shit about men.
Some men, yes.
They was
and
just
you can't really. Yeah, because they asked me that when it came out. I was like, well, I don't consider Wonder Woman to be a superhero chick flick.
You know what it is? I mean, they kind of did talk shit. The Themyscirians, they do talk shit about men being weak, but
that's always been. But that's always been in the comics.
Okay, yeah, it's part of their shit. Yeah.
It's part of their shit. Yeah, that's always been in the comics. They've always been like that. But in Wonder Woman,
we like that shit. That shit is sexy. We fuck with it.
Yeah, she was the only woman, and it was a bunch of men. Yeah. And these superhero chick flicks, it's like 4 women, 3 women, and like in Supergirl when they got raided by the pirates, all the pirates were women.
But check it out. It's like Wonder Woman was a badass female hero.
Yes, she is.
This Tom King version of fucking Supergirl is this nihilistic, like drunk party chick, and it ain't super. Does that make sense, bro?
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Well, see, that's why at the end of the movie, because when you watch this series of movies, there's always like a hidden message or something that makes them have a coming of age. Like in Superman, the last song, I'm a punk rocker. Remember when he was talking about being human? He was like, I'm human. I listen to this and I think this band is good and this band. It showed you that when he was growing up, he thought he was a human. Like he was doing he's from Krypton. And then in this movie, they show you what happened after Krypton blew up, but then they show you the Kryptonians that survived.
Mhm.
They show you how they got down and the things they talked about, and they showed you how Kara Zor-El's parents was like, look, you know, Kal-El's dad and them sent him to be like some kind of conqueror, God, but
I
we
don't
don't
like
want you to be like that, right? And then she was, you know, she was the exact. Both of them are the exact opposite of what their parents were teaching them.
Yeah.
She just didn't care, and then he overcared. So you gotta, you know, you gotta watch the hidden symbolism and all that.
Man, I don't know, bro. I'm not into the James Gunn stuff really, but
Right.
I'm not counting it out.
Mhm.
But I also think that dude's a fucking weirdo anyway, bro. Because you know, back in the day, bro, I'm a father, dog. To me,
Right.
joking about banging kids and shit like that and all that shit that he used to do, that ain't funny, bro.
Nah,
He's
it's
a
not.
fucking weirdo to me. And so that part of me don't want to support his shit because of that. But also like whatever, man, you know, you want to try to give these movies a try and shit, but it ain't my vibe, bro.
No, we get that, and that's basically, you know, like everybody's entitled to their opinion about that. And James Gunn even looks at it like, you know, I did it in the past. I'm not like that anymore. I'm like this now. Um, people remember. People remember, and people judge you on the content of your character, not the movies that you make.
Right. You can joke about anything almost, bro. But that to me is off limits, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So before we get into the details of the X-Men, like what's been the biggest surprise? Like, let's start with like Apocalypse. How y'all feeling about the way they handle him compared to the original animated series?
Oh, dude, my bad, bro.
Oh no, go ahead.
No, I think he looks better. Obviously, like the animation in this shit is like super good. He sounds more badass, bro. So like he seems like a menace. The fucking the Egyptian version, it's whatever, you know. It's kind of why are they trying to make Apocalypse look like damn Jason Momoa or something? I don't know, but
that's from the comics. That's from the Rise of Apocalypse series.
So when did that come out?
I have it in some of them boxes. It's pretty. It's in the man. Let me look it up because I don't want to say motherfuckers would be like, no, it was 92.
Yeah, because like the last run of X-Men that I read was Grant Morrison's New X-Men. So if it came out before that, then I missed it.
You got to read House of X, Powers of X. That shit is the best.
I couldn't get into the Hickman shit, dude. I don't know why.
It's amazing, dog. It's amazing.
It's a lot to read.
It's sci-fi heavy. It's heavy. It's heavy. It's wordy. It's wordy.
Yeah, I was. You know what? I was like you, Hero Bishop, but then Reno would always be like, "Yo, you gotta read it.
And that's
it's
my
the
favorite
best thing
shit.
ever."
The best thing since fucking whatever.
Yeah, when I got the Unlimited app, you know, it's in there. So I said, you know what? Let me just check it out. So I sat up one night, nothing to do, nothing to watch on TV, interested in nothing but this app, and I go in there and I start reading. I'm like, it's actually good.
Yeah,
it's a lot. It's a lot to take in, but it's
brilliant.
I'm sure it's a dope story, man. I didn't hate it or nothing, but it was kind of a little funny to me, you know. I don't know.
Right.
But
here's that series. Can y'all see? Hang on. Oh yeah, there you go. It's right there. Rise of Apocalypse.
Yeah. Okay. That looks like some. When did that come out?
It was 1996.
Damn, I missed that then, bro. That's crazy because that's like I'm always.
This is deep lore. This is Apocalypse lore. Ever since this came out, like that's how you know he's the first mutant because he's from ancient Egypt. He fucked with Rama Tut, the pharaoh Rama Tut, and his name was Ensabanur, and he fucking It's a dope series, bro.
I thought they were gonna. Now that's something I would read then.
Yeah, bro.
See, that's my thing, man. About all this shit, I'm always on here. Like when I make videos, I'm like, I like this, and this because it's like the comics. But also, like, I'm not an expert. You know what I'm saying? So if some motherfuckers tell me some shit and I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm definitely not an expert. I'm new. I'm pretty new to this. You know, when I really kind of got back into it was House of X, Powers of X. That's what drew me back. That's what got me into buying comic books. Yeah, since I was 14, 13 or some shit.
I just gotta finish the blue and gold. They're releasing these blue and gold omnibuses, and it's like all the 91 relaunch shit. So that's like my favorite shit. And then like Age of Apocalypse, all that. But I do got a lot. I do got a lot of gaps between that and Grant Morrison's new X-Men to fill. Apparently, as I'm seeing right now.
Yeah.
See, and I've always read like the main storylines, like the big stuff. Like, you know, when they do the little in between stuff and things, I've never really been into that. But when they did like Rise of Apocalypse, the Phoenix Saga, I read all of that. I read what was it, Days of Future Past, which I thought, you know, all that was dope. What was the other one? Age of Apocalypse. I thought I read Age of Apocalypse, I thought that was the dopest storyline.
Dude, I just put out a video about that the other day, man. That's like one of my favorite ever, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go watch
that. If you fuck with Age of Apocalypse, bro, Rise of Apocalypse is the beginning of that story.
It is.
It's going on the list, bro, for sure.
That shit is what sets it off. And then that's what these 3 episodes are about. That's what the time split is about in the show. It's like they send them to Rise of Apocalypse comic series, and they send them to Phoenix and Jean Grey and Age of Apocalypse comic series, and then they leave them in the 90s and do the the X-Men 97 shit. And
I thought when Apocalypse was rising up in that fucking whatever he was in, and he was taller like that, I thought it was going to open up and he was going to look like from the Age of Apocalypse comics. Not quite, but it was still badass. And I was like, that scene when they were like panning up to his like fortress and just the piles of dead bodies.
Yeah,
that's straight out of the first fucking Age of Apocalypse, that X-Men Alpha or whatever story where Bishop's walking through the bodies and shit. I was like,
exactly.
I love my wife didn't fuck with X-Men at all till she met me, and now she's like all into the shit. So I'm like, yo, fucking this is from that, blah 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 blah. It's fun.
That's dope, man. You know what I'm saying? I wish my wife would have got into it like that, but it just wasn't. She couldn't feel it. But my favorite dude, my favorite character, and most people would think it's Wolverine because I collect a shit ton of Wolverine shit. That's only because there's a shit ton of Wolverine shit to collect. There's not that much of my dude, which is Cable.
Dude, yeah.
Cable is my guy. That fucking grizzled old bastard. That's my dude right there. And he's becoming like the centerpiece of this season. I'm loving that shit. What do y'all feel about that?
Hey, I think it's dope as hell, man. I think he's an underutilized character that a lot of motherfuckers try to make one-dimensional, but the lore and the history's there, dude. And like him and Bishop seem like just fucking action hero dudes, but they're fucking multi-level complex characters, bro. Especially in the fucking comics, dude. Like there's a lot of for lack of a better word, emotional story arcs that these motherfuckers go through, and it's cool that they're utilizing that for the show.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I agree. When I first saw Bishop, I thought he was dope. Back when I was a kid, I was like, yo, who is this? And I always liked his backstory.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, his backstory is like, it's like real original. It's real dope. But you know, the way they portray it in this cartoon is kind of like they're straddling the fence. They don't want to go too much over. They don't want to go too much one way. It's keep them in the middle. But we know how Bishop gets down in the comics.
Hey, you know, he was even in Age of Apocalypse, he was the key to the whole fucking book.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
And one of my favorite shits, which is Messiah Complex. I had to fucking look at it.
Yeah, that's fire.
Ask my shit. Cable and Bishop, heavy in that shit. Hope Summers. But you're right, bro. Cable is a deep character, bro, and we're seeing that now. We're seeing like the young Nathan and the whole being raised by Mother Ascani and she's crazy. She's dope as fuck, floating upside down and shit, meditating looking upside down.
Skywalker with the braid and shit.
I thought she was Storm, like a path, but I was like, nah, she can't be. But then, you know, I thought she was gonna drop that I'm you, but from a different dimension. But she did.
Dude, I feel like Storm. My bad, bro. What you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say he walked in the room and she was just floating upside down on fire. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? They nailed that shit, bro.
Yeah, it was hard, dude. I don't know, maybe it's just me, But I feel like they're finally making Storm act like fucking Storm, bro. Because she was always like the most standing on business, hard ass fucking female in the X-Men, you know?
And she was. Yeah, Storm's always serious. Yeah, yeah. But I wonder how they're gonna, because like with her and Forge and their relationship and the way Forge is, because Forge is an Omega level mutant, and I feel like they don't give him. I feel like they don't give him that type of premise or that persona
Bro,
in this series.
Motherfucker invented a time machine from scratch.
Yeah. But you know, he can also summon demons and shit. Like that's how he lost his hand. Yeah, that's how he lost his hand and his leg. He summoned some when he was in the army. He summoned. Look, I've been on the Unlimited app. So when he was in the army, he summoned these demons to help him fight. You know, whatever. I think he was in Vietnam. They helped fight the Viet Cong, whatever. So they got out of control, and he couldn't control it. So he called in the airstrike to destroy him. But in the process, he had to call it in on himself, and he lost his hand and his leg. But then he built an advanced prototype of prosthetic, which is now his hand and leg, which is dope. That's a dope.
I mean, I never heard that storyline. The way I know he lost his leg was in the army next to a bomb that blew up, and he lost his leg and his hand, and used his powers and built the cybernetic prosthetics to replace his limbs and shit.
Yeah,
became a recluse, but he doesn't. I never heard of him doing nothing with hell and shit. That's what is that from?
Yeah, he can summon. He can summon.
What?
Like, so he's like a shaman or something like that, or
I think you got the wrong guy. So Forge is the guy with the ability to understand and design technology.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all he does. That's all he can do. That's all.
I thought that was all. I thought that was all he could do. I thought that was all he could do too.
So Magic does some shit like that too, though. Like with her arms.
Magic does. Yeah.
She was in limbo and all that.
So I never, you know what? Magic was one I never really.
She summons demons, and she could see. Magic is who you're probably talking about. She's the one that,
yeah, that sounds.
Her mutant power is to go deal with hell and the demons and all that.
I never really learned a lot about Magic, but people would talk about all. I used to be like, "Yo, who is Magic? Like, why? Like everybody's on her."
Yeah, she's dope. She's pretty dope. She's got a dope design, dope story, dope backstory, dope pops. But hold on, let me see. Hold on, I'm looking this up for you, bro, because I know you don't just say no shit for no reason, Stu. I'm trying to find it.
All right, here we go. A mutant with intuitive genius, he can instinctively understand, design, and build any mechanical device, from single tools to complex weapons.
I found.
He also has a background in mysticism and sorcery, though he uses it less frequently.
It says in a major crisis, a demonic entity called the Adversary threatened the world. In the past, Forge had inadvertently released the creature during his time in the army. Thanks to the sacrifice of the X-Men, Forge was able to reconnect himself with his origins to banish the beast. This was followed by him devoting his efforts to revive and assist the X-Men. There it is.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, here we go. Vietnam tragedy. During the war, he used mystical powers to summon demons to defeat an enemy, but the resulting explosion cost him his right leg.
Uncanny X-Men 1988. John Romita, September 1984. There it is. Okay.
That's why I'm saying, bro, they can keep this series going forever, because it could take you the rest of your life to read everything X-Men, pretty much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I got the Unlimited app, because it let me go back and read comics, and then, like stuff I thought, I was like, damn, I thought it was like this, but then I go back and read it, I be like, it wasn't like, it was like this instead. So, reading, different comics, one shots, 4-issue limited series, like they got everything in there. I still collect comics, whatever I want, but to go back, I just can't afford and don't have the space for everything. So I and I was always against the apps. I'd be like, man, I don't want to get the apps, man. I'm blah blah. You know how your parents were, when debit cards came, I'll never use a debit card. I'm going to the bank, but yet everybody has a debit card now. So that's
I
how I
tried
look
to
at it.
have one for a while, but there's something about if I ain't have a page to flip, it feels weird to me. I can't like lock in. I don't know why.
Yeah. No, I was like that too, but the newer stuff, like what it does for me now, so like the newer stuff won't be on there right away. Like I just got done reading Mask, which I thought was dope. So I can't get it on there yet. So I just went and bought it and
Right.
had the first issue tagged and slabbed. I sent it off. I think it came back already because I got an email from my LCS today saying that, I mean a text saying that some comics I had sent off came back. And it probably was one of them. It probably was one of the Mask ones. But the way they integrated it in the Energon universe with G.I. Joe, to read it, you'd be like, yo, this is genius. Like whoever thought this up, this is like, and I can't wait for them to put that on the big screen because they're gonna do it. They're gonna have to.
They
Oh man, my bad. I'm reading this shit.
Yeah, he did.
Forge was a Cheyenne tribe's member of mysticism. He learned shit from a shaman. It's not part of his mutant ability. His mutant ability is detect shit, but he learned sorcery from the shaman of his tribe.
Yes.
And then he became a soldier. Then he tried to let the demons through the portal, and then he did call in a bomb raid, which he did lose his limbs from. So it's fucking it's all of it. It's all of it.
That's the thing about
I love this shit.
I just read it. I just read it today.
I love this shit.
Yeah, I just read it today. I mean, I read a bunch of comics today. I mean, I was beating the heat today. I'm not gonna lie. I just went into the app and just started reading. I must have read for about like maybe because the X-Men '97. Watching that, it got me hyped. So I was like, I'm gonna read some of these. So I just started reading. And what got me hyped to read about Forge was remember when he first teleported into the dimension. I mean, the time that he was in. He got attacked by those robots. And he was like, he was jumping around and he only had two. I said, wait a minute. Forge would have went in there with something big. Like, not those two little pistols. Like, he dived behind the wall and he hiding from. I'm like, that ain't Forge. I know, man.
That shit was hard though, dog, with the dual wielding.
Yeah. I liked it. So I said, let me look up Forge. So I looked it up. I looked up his comics. I started reading through it. And that's when I came across the shaman stuff and the Vietnam. I was like, yo, Forge, I never read none of that. I never knew none of that about.
Shit. Oh my bad.
Yeah. So Hero Bishop, what'd you think about Forge? The way they portrayed him in this '97.
Man, I think at the first season, bro, it was dope because they have they had the big ass emotional story arc between him and Storm and shit like that. But I like better what they're doing with him in this season because they're not just making him the dude at the fucking lab type of shit. They're letting him get in the mix and they're showing like he's not just a smart dude, he's a badass. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. No, I like that too because I, when I was a kid, some of my friends growing up, they were big X-Men fans, like big X-Men fans. And they used to always talk about Forge all day. They used to be like, yo, Forge is dope. You just don't know how dope he is. He's badass. And I used to be like, I don't know. I always see him just in the lab working on something. He ain't never, he never really. But if they ever show him with a gun, it's always a big one. Like, he always got like some big. He always holding something big that you need to put on your shoulder and fire.
Right.
And so that's why this, today when I was watching, I was like, damn, Forge would have had something bigger than that.
It's funny because the characters like that, Forge, Bishop, even like the X Factor members. When I was a kid, they all kind of looked similar, so they seemed like boring characters. But if you go back and read them, they're like really interesting as fuck. Like especially
complex.
X Factor, dude. I can't remember what issue it is, but there's this one X Factor issue where the psychologist is like examining each member of X Factor, and that shit was deep, bro. Like I'm like, man, if Marvel gets this shit right, they can keep their cinematic universe going forever just based off these characters, bro.
So, do you with the cinematic universe? Do you think sometimes they underdo it with the characters?
Yeah, I think they fucking Sorry, my wife's on her way to a tattoo convention in Lexington, and she's texting me.
Oh yeah.
I think that they dumb some of the characters down to please the audience and how the audience thinks the character should be. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think they had to do that to sell them. Because let's be real, when we were growing up, Avengers were like B-list characters, but they didn't have the rights to those characters because Fox had X-Men, so they couldn't use the X-Men. So then they had to turn the Avengers into like these likable like characters that motherfuckers could get into who didn't really fuck with comics, I feel like. So they kind of put themselves in a box with that type of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense, but like,
No, it does. No, it does. It does.
Yeah.
No, it does.
Did anyone else pick up on Gambit's coffin being delivered to Apocalypse?
No, man. What?
Nah, I didn't catch that.
What scene? Where was that? I didn't catch it. Cause I was waiting. I was looking. I thought, I
was waiting.
You know what, though?
As a horseman.
Yeah, me too, bro. But
yeah.
the last episode, to keep it a buck, I watched that shit in kind of high speed because I was trying to get ready for this show and I was trying to catch it up before the end of the shit. So I did probably miss some shit. Dead Man 1, what's good, bro?
Yeah, I watched the last episode twice
magazines
because I wanted to go back. I wanted to go back when Magneto was talking to Charles about As-Sub-An-Nor, and they were having those little discussions. I wanted to go back and get some of that soak up some more of that dialogue, because you catch things as you watch it more times. So I wanted to see if I can catch something else. And it was a dope episode, man. It was just dope.
Yeah, dog.
I find myself when I'm watching shit, even shit I like, trailing off and wanting to look at my phone and different shit. None of that happened this morning when I was watching that. I was locked in.
Yeah, I was too.
They really did, man. They packed every second with something that you want to pay attention to, and that's hard to do, man. Especially with animation, and you don't see that a lot from Marvel. We talk about it all the time. Like Marvel always did the live action better, and DC definitely had the animation down. Yeah, and it was like they both kind of struggled at the other. But one thing Marvel nailed was X-Men back in the day. X-Men the animated series. I just did a show before this one. It was our 650th show, by the way. Our last show. This is 651 right here.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on right now tonight. I think what happened, man. Normally it's like 30, 40 people in the chat right now, but I changed the name of the channel last night.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I fucked up, bro. I changed the name of the channel by mistake. Because you can only change it twice apparently, and I didn't know that. And then you have to wait 14 days to change it a third time. So I was trying some other names, and I was like, okay, that looks good. And I went to change it back to the name, and it wouldn't let me. So we're doing this now under a brand new channel name, which is why people are not finding it. Yeah, Hot Rod, what up? But they'll figure it out eventually. But so, what's your favorite like specific comic book callback that you saw
in this these episodes?
Yeah.
Like I said, man, I don't think they're going that direction. But seeing Wolverine in the do-rag, bro, that's a very. I'm gonna plug my video again. It's coming out tomorrow. Why the do-rag? Yeah. But seeing Wolverine in the do-rag, that's from a very dark period of his fucking time in the comics, man. One of the darkest. So I thought, even though it doesn't look like they're going there, I just did not expect to see him with the do-rag and the bone claws breaking off and growing back. I don't know, man. That was something I was really into as a kid, the whole bone claws and then him going into the Feral Wolverine and shit. So I don't know, man. I've been hyped off of that ever since I seen the image, and I don't know, man. That's a deep cut, really, if you think about it.
Yeah, no, for real, it is, and there's a lot. Like it's that whole shit with Cable and in the future and all that, and all the stuff that she was breaking down, the Cyclops and all that.
Yeah.
Like, that's from those comics.
And you got to see Cable's arm turn, like how Cable's arm looks or whatever.
Yeah,
that was sick.
And you get the computer. I get the computer and all that. Like that was dope too.
Seeing Chamber and the Stepford Cuckoos, I was like, oh shit. Telling my wife, oh babe, that's this fucking guy, and those chicks are from this. And you don't know how much I appreciate Psylocke having the English accent, because that shows that they're really looking into the lore of the comics.
Yeah.
And
I thought it was dope how Emma Frost came in too, bro. She came in like a badass Gen X diva, bro. She came in with a couple dudes. She was like, hold on. You know what I'm saying? She came in the room, and Jubilee was all Gen Z about it, and fucking, and Emma was just like, I loved it. But then it hit me, and I was like, oh, well, this is the Gen Z. I'm like, hold on, this Jubilee is supposed to be from the 90s.
Yeah.
Why is she acting like she's from 2026? But you know, that's the difference in today's writing and shit.
Right. There wasn't much I didn't like about it, but I did find it hard to believe that Polaris would just let her out like that.
Yeah,
And,
Ice Factor.
From X Factor, and
Ice Factor.
And oh damn, Ice Factor. No, and it was weird to see X Factor projected that way, because they are a government team, but they're usually going after like bad guys and shit.
Yeah, they weren't rounding up fucking mutants and shit like that, bro.
That threw me for a loop too.
I found it a little hard to believe that Jubilee broke out the way she did. Like, she makes fireworks with her fingers, bro. Like, come on.
It was a little bit.
None of these dudes shot. They're all, every time they jump out, they just hold the rifle until she puts fireworks in their face.
Yeah, and I thought, for some reason, when they showed Chamber, I thought she was gonna break him out, and they was gonna like do some shit together, because he's powerful. But
yeah, bro, I'm seeing YouTubers and shit talking about, yo, we got Chamber and all this, and I'm thinking, okay, we're gonna see Flames and shit, and then Quinn Quire. People don't know he's one of the most powerful fucking mutants there is, bro. He's Omega. He's like reality worker and shit. Yeah, Kid Omega, bro. Motherfuckers don't even know, bro.
Why are these motherfuckers arresting Chamber from Generation X when I saw X Factor had got him or whatever?
Word. Yeah, that should have been tough for them to do if they caught him.
Yeah, for real. I did see that. I'm interested in seeing how they're gonna work that Grant Morrison timeline in, because some of the images I saw, they're wearing the new X-Men outfits.
Yeah, they may. I think this season you're gonna see, if you want to follow along and like know the comics that they're talking about this season, read Rise of Apocalypse and read Gene and Scott Summers. Forgot what it's called. Something Cyclops and Gene. Cyclops and Gene,
Cyclops,
I think.
Or Phoenix and Cyclops, or Cyclops.
Maybe that. It's one of those. Yeah, where they do the Ascani. That's the whole. So those are the two like main comics that they're doing. The past and the future. The present, I didn't really pinpoint what comic. I think that's the made up stuff for 97. But I'm not sure how they're doing that. But I noticed some like they're pulling from comics, and that's what's dope about X-Men. The animated series in X-Men 97 is that they pull from the comics more than any other Marvel. It's like when they did What If. Yeah, and they did the What If show. I'm thinking, okay, cool, What If animation. So it's gonna be like the What If from the comics, and they fucking made it the MCU. Why are we animating the MCU? The whole point of them fucking costumes and them looks is because they look good in live action, and human beings can't be drawn a certain way. Right. Like comics and fucking animation. It's like I feel like that MCU look belongs in the fucking in live action only. I don't want to see comics on it. I don't want to see animation from it. I don't want to see that shit nowhere but on the screen on a human.
Bro, that's why when Deadpool and Wolverine came out, bro, I was tripping, dog. Oh
my god,
dude! Age of Apocalypse Wolverine, brown suit Wolverine, Gambit, dude. I was getting so hyped in the theater. My wife was like, "Babe, there's other people in here," and the dude in front of me was doing the same thing, and she was like, "Okay, I understand."
Everyone's cool with it. Everyone's cool with it. D-Town's interesting. I think I always Oh, that was always written that way. Seems I remember the '90s was not. Oh, you talking about what he said? Yeah. That was such a missed opportunity by Marvel. Studio. What'd you say?
Yeah, that is. I do think the what if is a missed opportunity, but I do thank Deadpool and Wolverine for what they did because
Yeah.
now that you can do a rated R superhero movie,
Oh, dude.
and
I think that was when that came out. I was like, hold up. I think Disney learned their lesson, and they're gonna fucking start doing shit right. But uh, it it's
Yeah, exactly what we said.
it's hard. It's hard for me to care about the Avengers and shit like that anyway. So because I wasn't into it, bro. X-Men, Punisher, Ghost Rider, like that was my shit. So when if I watch any Avengers movies, Spider-Man, any of that, I try to look at it as just a movie. But now that the next one's involving one of my favorite characters, Punisher, I'm gonna be looking at that one real fucking. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, that's I think yeah, I'm the same way. Because I think you can do a rated R Punisher movie, get
Yeah.
it off, it sells at the box office. You just gotta represent Frank the way he's represented in the comics. You can't represent him no other way.
You know what?
It-
Out of all R-rated movies, the highest selling R-rated movie is Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
it is.
Comic movie,
Not comic movie,
R-rated
R-rated
movie.
Bro,
Yeah.
because what did they fucking do? They showed us what the fuck we've been wanting to see.
Exactly, dog, and fucking and that movie proved that not only fucking really kids don't fuck with comics, it's an adult thing, and we want
Mhm.
rated R shit. Because comic books, sorry Hollywood, they're rated R.
Yeah.
If you read a
Yeah.
comic, that shit would be rated R if you adapted it. So
Yeah, look at the
there's no
boys.
reason.
And look at the boys. Look at Lock and Key.
Word.
And they made TV shows out of these, like Lock and Key. In the beginning scene, first episode, first season of Lock and Key, they show the boy with the gun. He's holding the parents hostage, and they're talking about it. But they flash back to it in the comic. A Lock and Key, the boy that was in it, he raped the mother. Was gonna shoot the dad, shot the dad.
It was
And
brutal.
it was brutal, but they couldn't.
Yeah.
They couldn't find a way to put it on screen and make it acceptable. And if they would have just did it the way it was done in the comic, people would have been like, "Yo, that's how it was done." Like they would have been okay with it
Yeah.
because they knew. Same thing with the boys. If you look at what's her name, Starlight, whatever her name is, in the beginning when she went to the Hero Tower, they gangbanged her, they raped her.
Mhm.
But they didn't.
Hey, bro, be easy, bro.
They-
Don't say that shit. We're live.
Well, we know what they did to
Say
her,
grapes.
but they toned it down, for the live
Didn't she
action
just
TV.
like tap that fool off or something like that?
Yeah, she topped off what's his name? Deep Six.
Yeah.
He was the main culprit, but it wasn't. In the comic, it was Homelander that came in there and was like, "Look, ain't no fun if the homies can't have none."
Yeah.
He came in there and just, and I mean, he said it just like he didn't say it like that, but that's how he said it, And she, she did it. She was like, all right, she was mad about it, but here's the thing that made it that I think that was the mistake for the boys in the comic, because they did that to her. That was the driving force behind her powers getting more stronger, her getting more stronger, and getting her revenge on all of them by the end of the series. Like that was the fuel, that started her fire to make her as powerful as she was.
Yeah, D-Town said, are we expecting too much from the MCU? Never gonna get it all the way we want in any superhero flick. This is a fact. It's never gonna be exactly how we want it because some Hollywood asshole is always gonna be like, I want to put my spin on it. I want my version. This is my fucking X-Men and shit.
You got multiverses and what else?
Gonna be like, I don't want to wear the mask.
I'll say this though, man. Look, when every time Hollywood, the trades, the people up top, the people making the money, they're saying one thing is good, this is great, this is what's up, but the audience is saying something different, bro. Like, look at the Snyder movies, man. Hollywood was hating on them hard, but they all made more money than these ones that are coming out now. And the same with like Hollywood's like, yo, we got to start pushing all these the Marvels and all this type of shit, and then all that shit failed too. Hollywood acts like they dictate shit, but if they want to fucking make money, they got to show up for the fans. So no, I don't think we're expecting too much. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's true because it's the era now where they have to listen to us because our voice is now being heard.
Mhm.
See, it used to be we could complain all day long. They didn't give a fuck. They're Hollywood. They're elite. We can't even see what they're doing. Now with social media, we know what motherfuckers look like when they wake up. We know what they look like when they doing in their house. They're just fucking people now, and everyone knows it, and everyone's vocal, and everyone has their opinions. So Hollywood is going crazy trying to fucking catch up. Oh, this is what Twitter wants. Oh, they want no more white guys. We can't hire white guys. Bro, stop following trends and just listen to what the fans of the shit you're making are telling you.
Right.
Because everyone else don't fucking matter because they don't care anyway. It's the fans that care. It's like we say all the time. If you make a movie about Vietnam and all the soldiers, all the combat veterans say, oh man, that was the realest, most authentic, that was the most accurate shit. Guess what? The people who never been to war, they're gonna go, oh, you hear what the fucking veterans said, let's go see it. It's the same thing with comic. Why wouldn't you think if the comic fans are going, this is it, bro, they nailed it, it's amazing, then everyone else is gonna go, oh well, the people that know fucking are saying that's it and let's do it. But yet you want to know better than the people that made the shit you're doing popular. It's popular because we're fans of it.
Yeah.
For decades.
They Deadpool and Wolverine proved it, man.
It did. It really did. It really did. And I'm glad they made that movie. I'm glad Ryan Reynolds did what he did. Glad he pulled in Wesley Snipes and did everything, proving that Wesley. See, that's another thing with Blade too. I don't understand why they don't want to. I don't know. Maybe it's because of his tax evasion, but that has nothing to do with his movie career. But Blade ages like a human, so it would only make sense to put an older Wesley Snipes playing Blade.
Yeah,
and make a movie.
If you're gonna have fucking Hugh Jackman's old ass playing Wolverine and what's that old motherfucker who plays Magneto? I never thought he was a good Magneto.
Was it Ian McEwan?
Like, why can't you get fucking Wesley Snipes?
Yeah,
he said they never approached him. I watched the interview. He said they never approached him, never asked him. Just act like he don't exist or he never did Blade to begin with.
You gotta give props to Ryan Reynolds though, bro, because he seems like he really holds it down for comic fans.
He does.
He's the one that got the first Deadpool movie made because he was a fan of the character. Because you saw what they did to Deadpool in the Origins movie, right?
So
everyone was like,
he is Deadpool, man.
You saw what they did to Gambit and that shit too.
Yeah.
He is Deadpool.
For a lot of people, he is Deadpool. For me, like I prefer the Nolan North interpretation, the animated, the voice actor Deadpool, over the Ryan, because Ryan Reynolds he's like, I'm Deadpool, I'm the smooth suave, I'm Deadpool. Nolan North is like, I'm fucking Deadpool.
Yeah,
that's I like that Deadpool.
Nolan North is like first appearance Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds is like Deadpool when he started breaking the wall and all that.
Yeah. Like Nolan North is that OG.
Ryan Reynolds is like the arrogant, He's done got used to it. Okay.
Yeah. He's cocky and shit. Yeah, which is dope. I love both interpretations.
Yeah,
love the Ryan Reynolds version, and like Hero said, bro, he's doing it. He's definitely got comic fans on his back, giving us official shit, bringing Gambit with the comic accurate Gambit, bro.
And you know what's crazy about that? I didn't think Channing Tatum was going to be a good Gambit, but then I saw him and I was wrong, bro. He seems like too stout. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I always picture him like a dude like
skinnier,
like a tall, slim guy or something.
Adrian Brody or some shit.
Good Wolverine, bro.
Yeah. That would actually work. A young
and if you never played it, go back and play that PS2 Deadpool game. That was dope too. Somebody just brought that up in the chat.
Well, that's Nolan North. That's Nolan North doing that voice. And Nolan North is doing in Tokon too. So if you saw the Tokon trailer, which I know you did, Stu,
Yeah.
they added Deadpool to that. That's Nolan North's voice. Where you hear him how he's acting in Tokon, that's who I'm talking about. That's who I fuck with. Tokon is the new Marvel fighting game that's coming out.
Okay.
PS5.
Yeah, dope shit. It's made by some Japanese company, and it's kind of like anime style, but
It's made by System Arts. It's made by System Arts. They're a Chinese company. I think they're
yeah,
Chinese.
Chinese company.
But they make a lot of games like Guilty Gear,
Guilty
things
Gear,
like that.
Yeah.
It's a fighting game. It's a fighting game.
I don't really play a lot of video games, but there's like a barcade fucking thing. I don't drink, so but we'll go to shit like that. I don't give a fuck, man. And me and my wife went up to this barcade thing, and they had like all the old X-Men arcade games, bro. The Konami one, all that shit.
Shinobi and shit.
All that shit. I'll go play that kind of shit. But like new games, bro, I'm just, man, there's too much going on in them for me, bro.
Yep. All that Fortnite and shit, man, having to build walls while somebody's trying to kill you. Fuck that.
Fortnite? Fuck that.
My wife is 25, right? So she's a lot younger than me. She'll get on those games, whoop everybody's ass. I get on there and I'm like, I'm melting down, dude.
Hey, how old are you, bro? I'm 47.
I'm 42.
Okay.
I'm 48.
Kaz 48.
Jeez, I'm 53.
Them games are too much, man. I
OG.
tried to play that Fortnite shit, and I was like, man, fuck this.
Oh, dude, bro.
It pisses me off, bro. My son is 22 years old, bro, and he's like a video game. Like he does competitions. Like he's ridiculous with it and shit, and like playing professional and shit. I put the controller in his hand when he was 2 years old, and he was playing cars and shit. But I try to play him and shit. Like he'll ask me to hop on the game. He just be laughing, bro, because I'm an old man now, bro. My reaction time ain't what it used to be.
Whoa, now, whoa.
Hey,
see that right here? Because I kicks ass and takes names.
All right.
I don't know. But I did like you. I did like Reno. My kids been playing since they were little, but they're good. They're really good. So it's a funny story. So like when they were little, I used to tear them up. I used to be like, yeah, you can't beat your dad. Da, 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 da. So as they got older, they started practicing really hard. Now they give me a run for my money now. They really do.
Yeah, I bet
especially my middle son. My middle son is like that little joke.
My 7-year-old dragged me. Like,
dude, I seen my wife online playing Halo, smoking all these dudes, and these dudes will be on there in the chat freaking out, talking, just mad as hell that the females in here whooping everybody's ass. And
the funniest thing.
I hope she be on the headset. I hope she be on the headset talking shit.
Yeah, females
she'll be on there. She'll like whoop a bunch of them, then all of a sudden talking there, find out it's a female and melt down.
I used to jump on my son's Xbox and play Halo and go into multiplayer. But one night I got on there and I was in a group with some females. It was like 3 females, and when the guys find out they females, they quit. So like they changed their names to like dude names or like gender neutral names. So we're playing, and this one guy's talking mad trash. So the girl comes on the mic and was like, yo, you keep talking trash, but you just got beat by a girl. And then the other girls came on. When I tell you he quit, like he literally just boom, like just left. Like, and then the other dudes on the other team just left. Like I was like, man, this is crazy. But they were in there whipping ass and taking names. Like
all the women start chiming in.
Yeah. Nah, some of the females I play with, they're good. They're really good.
Yeah, bro. That's the generation. We the video game generation.
Yeah, we are Gen X. Yeah. Gen X is that. Yeah, we are that video game. I mean, I play on a regular. I do. I really do. Fighting games, shooting games. I play it all.
We raised the next generation. They killing us. They ready for way more.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
They on some next shit though.
I'm like, I barely got time, so it's either try to learn these new complicated ass video games or read my comics. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I gotta choose one or the other.
There's games, bro. Like I know what you would fuck with, bro. There's a shit called Damn, Stu, what's that shit I was playing where you could just hop on the motorcycle and just ride around and just kill zombies and shit and just go like just chill and just fucking walk around and just damn, what was that shit? It's some
Days gone.
post-apocalyptic.
Days gone.
Days Gone, bro. That's the one
Yep.
that I was playing.
Yep.
That shit right there, you'll fuck with it, bro. See, but I'm like you, I don't really play games like ever.
Yeah.
Stu's on the game probably every day. I don't remember the last time I sat. It's been a while, bro. Many months.
Wait a minute, man. We was just playing Marvel Invasion.
How long ago was that?
About a month or two ago.
A month or two?
Yeah.
You want me to look that video up, bro? That's like a year ago, dog.
Nah, that wasn't a year. We just played because the game just came out this year. We played it like maybe 2 months ago. I say I give us 2 months. I give us 2 months. 2 months, maybe 3.
I'm gonna fuck your head up.
I give us 3 at the most. I give us 3 at the most, man.
All right.
Yeah, it was in the spring. It was in the early spring.
I'm gonna look it up.
Nah, because you know why? Because he had me laughing. We were playing the game. I'm trying to, do my thing. And we were fighting somebody. And Reno's like, yeah, he ain't shit. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna keep giving it to him. And I'm laughing. He's talking shit to the video game. He's like, yeah, he ain't shit. Look, like, yeah, I'm getting him. He's like, yeah. And I'm laughing my ass off playing that shit, man. I was dying, bro. Like, we had fun playing it, man. We got hooked up one night on it. A couple nights we hooked up on it. But we got hooked up on it again because I just got Thing and who was the other character they brought out? Thing and somebody else. I just downloaded them. I was playing with them. They had blast to play with.
My kid, my son plays Marvel Rivals, and he's all about Red Dead Redemption right now. He's like 12.
Yeah, that's just dope. That's kind of like the game I'm talking about. It's some Red Dead type of shit. Like, but
Red Dead Redemption.
Red Dead is a little bit more like you got to kind of do what it's pushing you to do. The game I'm talking about, it's open world. You just do what you want to do whenever you want to do it. There's nothing's prompting you. You see some zombies over there, you want to go kill them, go kill them. If you just want to go the other way, go there. But it's like a huge open world.
My wife had me playing a game called BioShock.
BioShock, that's good.
That shit was good. Yeah, it wasn't too hard, but it was, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't played it. I know it's pretty good though. I people like it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, the story is very immersive. The story just draws you in. That's the
man, I was trying to play Witcher, dog. That was another one of those games because I like the comics and everything, but I don't know, man. It's just like I'll start trailing off, and I'm like, I got a shelf full of omnibuses I paid for. I need to get to reading. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I beat all 3 of those. I beat all 3 of the Witcher games. They were good. Really good.
I need to get me some omnibuses for my retirement plan.
Hell yeah.
I don't have the room. They're dope. Omnibuses are super dope. I just don't have the room. I don't know. I don't have the room.
Shout out to Jim Mint, bro. He got the illest collection.
Hey, that's the homie, bro. We got a little skit we're gonna record at fucking StatueCon. That's gonna be pretty funny. We were talking about doing, but if it wasn't for that dude, I didn't even know they had omnibuses till I found his channel, and I was like, oh shit, this is, bro. I can knock out my whole childhood without having to go find each single issue. Hell yeah.
I thought y'all already knew it. How'd y'all meet? Like at a con or something?
Bro, I just fuck, man, maybe like 10 years ago, dude. I just randomly came up on his YouTube channel, and then we started talking on there. Then like we exchanged numbers because we were gonna link up for some shit. Then it didn't happen. Then him and my wife and his wife became friends on Instagram. We were gonna meet up. Some shit happened. So finally we were like, hey, this is a long time coming. We gotta link up. So we've been on each other. I mean, he's been on my show before and shit like that. But I don't really be fucking with the lives that much anymore because when I make these like lore videos and shit, it takes me a long time to edit that shit.
That's exactly why I do lives, because I don't have time to edit. I started off doing videos. I was doing videos, editing and pictures and music and the whole shit. And yeah, it's like I don't have time. So I found if we just pop on the live, we can do the video. Even if I come on live solo, I pretty much do the same thing I would do in a video.
Yeah. I was watching last night, man, and you when I get on lives and shit, I'm always joking around and fucking with people and just acting a fool. But you actually had like a structure to your shit, I noticed. So I'm a clown, bro. I'm an entertainer. I like going on other people's shit, But when I'm hosting a live, I kind of feel like I have to carry the conversation because I don't think motherfuckers yap as much as me. So it's cool to just go on somebody else's shit and kick it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, because like I said, I was really more into making videos, and the lives were just a way to do it without having to edit it.
Right. Now, I know
So-
motherfuckers that go live like almost every night. So it's definitely more common than it used to be.
Yeah, it's definitely and you know, to be fair, it's not the right platform for it. Like Twitch is the live. If you just wanted to be a live streamer, that's your career. You want to be a live streamer, you go to Twitch. But I really don't, and I just still want to make videos. But I'm just kind of doing this until something changes. Honestly, if I start making enough money here to quit this job I got, which it won't take much, then I'll start doing, you know, just videos, you know, then you know, and I'll do probably like one live on the weekend and shit, and just do videos all the time. But
personal question, man, you're talking about just off of these lives and shit, you're starting to make pretty good money.
Oh no, not really, not yet. No, not yet. Like right now, I'm only we got like 1,600 subscribers, almost, you know, going on 65 or 6, whatever the fuck.
So
and so it's not to that point yet, really. It's
got
like a couple of $100 a month or something.
I've been on fucking YouTube for doing this channel for 5 years, and I just got monetized like last month, and it was because of fucking one of those Punisher videos I did popped off and got like 20K views, and
I seen it.
Yeah,
we watched it. Yeah, we watched.
But it's
You
crazy.
had 20,000 views, and then you had a couple other ones with like 4,000 or 5,000 and shit. You had
it's crazy because I was like,
bro, you're gonna
every video I post is gonna do this. But then I posted that Age of Apocalypse video the other day. That motherfucker got like 68 views. I'm like, what?
Yeah, dog. It's the algorithm, bro. It does not fucking
yeah.
matter what your last video was. You're only as good as your next video. And,
Nah, that's
and
real
like,
shit, man.
I see it. I see it all the time.
It's more AI.
But I
now
did.
driven, yeah.
We did kind of level up, though. I will say that. Like, you can, Nate Wolf. What up, man? Welcome.
What up,
And
nigga?
I think we did level up because there was a point where our videos were going between like 60 and maybe, you know, 150 on average. Yeah.
On average, yeah.
Then we leveled to a point now where it's pretty much like between 300 and 1,000.
Yeah.
So that's a nice step up, and that just happened pretty recently. We've been doing this 6 years. Like I said, this is 651 videos right now. So but yeah, we've been doing it for like since what? 01 or 21?
2020 or 2020?
Yeah, 2020.
Either 20 or
COVID.
21, one of the two.
But the reason we got monetized really fast was because we actually started as an offshoot of a hip hop DJ channel called Full Blast Radio.
Okay.
He during COVID, we was on in his live chats. Shout out to Full Blast Radio DJ Tiger, and we was on his live chats chilling. And one day, you know, everyone kind of got tight, like certain crew, because it's COVID again. So we're here fucking all day, every day. We're on Zoom and shit, and becoming friends and shit. And so eventually we're just sitting in there talking comics and shit in the chat while he's spinning. That's pretty much all he did. He would just spin records and, you know, do it live. And then I guess he looked at the chat. He was like, yo, y'all talking about comics and shit? He was like, yo, y'all want to get on here and talk about some fucking comics and shit? And I was like, bro, I already got a channel. You don't even know, dog. And I was like, let's do that shit. Stu, me, and like it was like 4 other people. We jumped on and we did the first hip hop and comics 6 element of hip hop. And he told me, he was like, yo, this is your show. You know what I'm saying? You host it, I'll co-host it. It's 6 element of hip hop. Because I already told him I already had this whole channel idea done, but had no views. No one had seen it yet. It wasn't anything yet. But the concept was that hip hop has 5 elements. Comic books have influenced all 5 elements and deserve to be the 6th element of hip hop. So comics are the 6th element of hip hop. That was what the channel was called. It was called 6th Element of Hip Hop up until very recently.
Yeah.
And we started doing the channel on there, and he had a lot of views, like subs. He had like 50,000 subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
So instantly we had like a built-in fan base. Yeah. And we hit 1,000 subs pretty fast, and then just kind of stopped.
I made a video a while back.
600 views. Subs have come hard.
Yeah, well, this is actually the second iteration of this channel, man. My other one, I fucking like accidentally deleted it, and I couldn't get back in the email, and like nobody would help me. And that first channel was already monetized, and it was just like omnibus statue figure shit like that. So when I started this back, I quit for like a year. I was like, fuck this, I'm a tattooer, I'm doing this. But then I was like, nah, I like doing this shit. Who cares if it's monetized or not? If I'm gonna be getting this shit and be into this shit, I might as well put videos out. And so it took a long fucking time, because when I got back on YouTube, it had all changed, bro. You know what I mean? Everybody knows the big YouTube change that happened and shit. And it was just harder and harder, so I would randomly do it. But then I just thought, like, fuck it, man, I'm gonna be doing this shit anyway, so I might as well do it. But what started getting the traction again was doing the fucking lore videos, not really the omnibus and statue and all that shit. Yeah. But I don't know. I still do those when I get them. I just don't get that shit as much because I'm trying to save my money, you know.
Nah, because when you do lore videos, see, here's what I figured out, bro. And first I was doing comics, then I had to sell all my comics. Some bullshit happened, and I didn't want to fucking have to go through that again. Kind of like when you lost you. So I started doing action figures and stuff. So we started showing action figures and all that. But I don't know, bro. It's like when you exactly. And you pick a lane, and YouTube kind of, you know, like first it was trying to put us in this hip hop box, and I'm trying to tell it, no, it's comics, and it's trying to put us to hip hop, and so we jump over to now we doing action figures. But it's all about finding the lane, man. But you just gotta find that niche, and you know, but like anyone can review an action figure, anyone can review a comic, anyone can review an omnibus, anyone can review a statue. And yeah, it's like, yeah, I want to see what that guy, he's cool, I want to see what he says about the figure. But it's like, what are you doing differently? And your shit, when you just you know, if you don't mind, like when you're doing the lore videos, bro, you're a character, and you got comedy, you know what I'm saying, you have a certain style, and it's just, it comes across funny, informative.
That's what I'm trying to do, man. You know, I felt like there wasn't really there's dope ass channels that be doing that shit, like Comics Explained and all that type of shit. But there wasn't. I didn't see a motherfucker like me doing that shit who was clowning and just having a good time.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
That's like, yeah. And I wanted to, you know, I you know, we book guests and everything, and it's like we have a niche. You know, we have the hip hop sort of you know, aspect to it that you don't really see in a lot of shits. And and I know, but Kaz is.
I applaud both. I was about to say, I applaud both of y'all for your structure, your planning structure, and the way that you do things. Over in my channel, I've been doing YouTube for 22 years. Last 5 years, we just been doing live streams.
Yeah.
Where we
drink,
where it's 21 and up, cuss, drink, smoke, interact with everybody in the comment section. Link is thrown out. Anybody can join in. It's been referred to as a cage match. There's been a lot of fights. There's been a lot of fights there. There've been ladies that came on and showed parts of their body. There's been fellas that have come on and showed parts of their body because the link's been thrown out. You know, the link's out there. It's one of the riskiest things in broadcast. Some shit. Sam be saying it. Yeah.
Like he puts the link in the chat, so anybody in the live chat can just hop on the camera like we are and just.
And if you think that there is no topic, it's like we take shots and the magic just happens.
Yeah.
Hey,
man,
sometimes that's where you can do it.
What you're
saying
saying
is what it is.
What you're saying is, if you didn't get canceled, none of us will. I appreciate that, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's real.
Definitely.
That's real.
Yeah, that is real. Yeah, that is real.
But Kaz, like, he don't, you know, he just does it, bro, and it.
People hang out. There's a lot of people that come through,
bro. Yeah. We see that the most top like toy YouTubers in the game be sliding through, bro.
Hell yeah,
and they know about it.
I fucked with 3D printing, and I was actually nominated for the G.I. Joe Hall of Fame one year.
Oh shit! Okay.
But
he makes some dope vehicles and shit that was famous and shit that in the community and shit. Yeah. So we're gonna go to these toy cons and shit. You just
I'm just a
casual.
casual collector though. Like I don't get how people get uptight about pre-orders and all that shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'll buy a toy to bust that shit open and stomp the box. Like throw that shit over my shoulder. I'll set the box on fire. I don't get. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
Exactly.
not that serious. It's just trophies. It's trophies that we look up to for inspiration every once in a while.
I think some of these dudes, man, are like, man, they get locked in with these companies and they feel like they gotta say they like shit.
Yeah. And then you know what's funny? Like, you have guys that are blowing up now, like Jersey Maniac and shit, who made a career off dogging the shit that comes out.
Really?
Yeah, Jersey Maniac, his whole shtick is he's like, here's the next figure from Hasbro. It's got some good points, but they're fucking stupid. Then what the fuck is this? And what the fuck is that? And what? Come on, bro. And we're wasting our fucking money on this bullshit or whatever. You know how he does. He doesn't do it with the Brooklyn, New York accent. He got his own. He got his Jersey. Whatever.
No, he sounds like a true New Jersey. He's a true New Jerseyan, man. I take my hat off to him because that's what New Jerseyans doing. I'm from New Jersey, and we love that type of stuff.
A dude that I fuck with on Instagram, Jersey Creeps Collectibles. You ever see him?
Nah.
Let me see. I don't think so.
Jersey Creep Collectibles. I went on one of his lives one time. That motherfucker is what you just said. I was like, he sounds like, yo, this is a Jersey dude out of a movie or something, but he's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah. When they got that deep accent, they from North Jersey. That's those North Jersey guys. They sound like they're from New York. A lot of them. But yeah, I'm from New Jersey, so it's like that's what we do.
Right.
If New Jerseyans don't like something, they definitely going to tell you about it. You definitely going to hear it.
I'm from California originally, but I've lived out here in the fucking South since I was like 16. So you catch me, I kind of sound like a hillbilly sometimes, man. That's if I talk to people from back home, they'll be like, "Damn, bro, you live on a farm or something?" But,
yeah. I pretty much like I was born in New York, but I grew up like from high school up in Florida. So that's kind of where I was in the street and all that in the South.
Right. Yeah.
I kind of code switch from kind of Brooklyn speak to Southern and but when I first came back up north and I was chilling and I was like, man, come on now, dog. And they were like, come on now, dog. Like they couldn't understand that shit. And to me, that was just how we talked. Like, but now, like, I've kind of lost that being back up north. But
if funny, I get around a bunch, if like I got people visiting from California and shit, I'll not even notice it, and I'll start, oh yeah, bro, like start fucking doing the same shit.
Yeah, I thought you were. I originally thought you were living in Cali because you got the whole Cali vibe. To me, I was stationed out there, so I just thought.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, I thought you were 100% in Cali, like right now. But I knew you were from Cali because you just give off the Cali vibe.
My wife is from California too, but we didn't even meet out there. We had met online, and she just moved out here 2 years ago. So she's from California as well. But
okay.
Her ass is starting to sound a little country after 2 years.
It grows on you. It does. It really does. I can definitely vouch for that, man. Definitely. So yeah, Reno, I had. But I wanted to let you guys hear my Jackal theory.
Okay, so we were talking about X-Men 97 and all that, but sticking with that mutation theme, I think Spider-Man Brand New Day, the whole Spidey mutating and getting the webs and all that, like that's all with that theme and bringing Jean Grey in, it's all really very much leading to X-Men shit. And having the Hulk, I know a lot of people in D-Town, I know said that earlier. A lot of people are like, "Oh, it's too crowded. It's why the Hulk is here and Boomerang and fucking Scorpion and Jean Grey and blah 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 and the Hand." It's not the Punisher. No, listen. If you read a comic book, that's how comics are. Like if you read a whole run, you're gonna come across all that shit. If Peter Parker has some problems regarding his thoughts about mutating and becoming blah blah blah, he's gonna go to Banner because Banner is that guy that's dealt with mutation. And then
that's true.
If Jean Grey, she's coming in controlling shit and she wants to fight somebody, she's gonna control the Hulk and fucking attack Spider-Man as the Hulk. It's not Hulk fighting Spidey, it's Jean Grey. Watch. And then you got Scorpion and Boomerang and all these guys. It's gonna be a quick montage, bro. You're gonna see them fights. It's gonna be pretty quick. The Hand gonna come in as somebody that Spidey can fight, that Punisher can come in and help him with.
See,
and we're gonna loop it all in with Daredevil.
See, that's how
street
I
level in the X-Men and bring it back to comic books.
See, that's why I think. See, that's why I think bringing it back to comic books. That's why I think the main villain is going to be the Jackal, because in Spider-Man 129, I read that today. Punisher's on the cover of that. Punisher's in the movie, and that's where the Jackal debuts. He debuts in 129. That's where he comes out at. And then in Amazing Spider-Man 145, that's where the Clone Saga starts. And then you got Karina Shipka is supposed to play a young Gwen Stacy, and she will be attending the Empire State University, where she meets Peter, and that's also where Miles Warren works, aka the Jackal. And in Amazing Spider-Man 146 and 147, Scorpion's on the cover of 146. He was hired by the Jackal to kill Spider-Man. We see him trying to kill Spidey in the trailer. And then we got 147. Tarantula's on the cover. Tarantula's in the movie. You see Spidey and him tussling, you know what I mean, in the movie. And he was also hired by the Jackal to kill Spider-Man, and which would set it off to me to make the Jackal, because you know Jackal gotta have that dope voice. If Keith David's in the movie, I'm right, because then he gonna be the voice of the Jackal. That's how I figure. That's how I get down.
That's how you. That's how you see it.
That's how I see it. I see it, the Jackal, bro. I'm reading comics all day. I was like,
wait, Jackal that you're talking about?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do you think they're gonna bring Frank Castle in as first appearance Frank Castle, who was there to kill Spider-Man, or like just buddy comedy fucking Frank Castle?
Buddy comedy. They're gonna Hollywood it. They gotta Hollywood it up. But
unfortunately,
yeah, they gotta Hollywood it up.
You know what? I would have loved to seen. I would have loved to seen Punisher doing his fucking thing. Spider-Man misunderstanding what he's doing. Them going at it. And fucking, that's how it fucking should fucking start off.
Just like in the comic.
Yeah, man.
But like I said, but I think the main villain is gonna be the Jackal, because we don't know who the main villain is. I think that's where we're at with it.
It's a theory.
I'm like, that movie will get me out. I'll go see it, but I'm not like overly hyped about it. I do like that they're gonna have some mutants in there and shit. So you know, I'm gonna go see it.
Yeah. Well, I don't blame you, because you know, like, the Spider-Man movies thus far from Sony have not been
that great.
Very comic book esque.
They're corny.
You know? They're corny. They're fucking totally like, who's MJ? What's going on? Like, you know, and then like Peter's this school kid. It just like, but you know, for me, like, I feel the perfect movie would have been the Sam Raimi movies with Andrew Garfield as Peter Parker. But
bro, he's my favorite, dog.
Everybody loves him. Yeah, everybody loves him as Spider-Man. Everybody.
Yeah.
Cause like Peter Parker was a fucking dork, but he wasn't like that much of a fucking dork, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Andrew Garfield was like the perfect balance.
Yeah, because like, yeah, he was a nerd, like how we're nerds, but he wasn't a fucking bumbling asshole, and he wasn't all awkward and shit, and he wasn't.
I mean, he's fucking Spider-Man, bro. Spider-Man's a strong fucking. He's Spider-Man, you know.
That's the whole point of the quips and all that. The whole point of like Amazing Fantasy 15 was he was this kind of nerd, but he was like this guy in his shell. The spider powers let him come out and be and do all the stuff he imagined he ever wanted to be, and he became the dude that got the dopest girl in school, and the Gwen Stacy's and the MJs, the bombshells. Nerds don't do that. So this like mentality that he has to be this awkward nerd is wild to me, bro. And I feel Tom Holland kind of stumbled back to that, which I feel Andrew got us out of that.
Bro, it looks like he's gonna be damn Spider Cook in this new fucking movie, dog.
It's hard to say, man.
It is hard to say.
But you know, I think I saw Stu sent me this letter that apparently Spider-Man writes to MJ. What is that from that you sent me, Stu?
That was from a one-time, one-stop, one-shop for a few hours pop-up where they made this sort of like warehouse space into Peter Parker's apartment. And they replicated it from the movie. So you go in there and you get to walk around, you get to see everything that's in his apartment, things like that. And that letter was on one of one of his the desk, and it was written to MJ about the whole him trying to tell her like, look, you don't remember me, but but I do. And then he explained to her the whole thing. They showed they showed the spider suit in the washing machine, things like that. I wanted to go, I just couldn't make it. And it was, like I said, it's a pop up, so they just like.
Is there something that I'm missing from the comics, like an alternate timeline or something like that, where Mary Jane is supposed to be the girl from Euphoria? Where'd that come from? Was that just like a?
Well, she's not really.
No, they made
she's
that
not
up for
really.
Hollywood.
Yeah, they made that up for Hollywood because she's not really Mary Jane. Just her initials are
she's
MJ.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
She's not
actually
she's just MJ.
Oh,
yeah, she's not really the real Mary Jane.
That's what I was like. Y'all really just trying to change it and shit. But in this here, but so all that being said, the reason that I am hyped for this Spider-Man movie in particular, because of all the shit we've seen since Deadpool and Wolverine, Fantastic Four looked like a comic book. Like everything they're doing is very much comic centric. X-Men 97 is comic centric. So Spider-Man, Brand New Day, I think, first of all, they've already done that Spidey trilogy. This is a beginning to a new trilogy of Spider-Man movies where it's going to be a darker tone, a more street level, a more comic book related toned vibe. And you see it. And the reason that they do the thing, remember where, so at the end of the trilogy, they erase everyone's memory. No one knows who Peter is, right?
yeah.
So that's Sony's multiverse plot device to reboot the fucking franchise. Now he gets to be reintroduced to MJ. She's swinging with him on the web like you see in the comics. She might be his girl now instead of his buddy. And that would change the whole dynamic because that's what we've been seeing. There's this whatever they're supposed to be, but they're fucking chummy and shit. Like,
yeah,
it needs to be more romantic, and that with all the references that we're seeing in the trailer. I mean, they made a point of giving us like 6 comic covers.
But that's why I said Gwen Stacy. He's going to Empire State University, and we know Gwen Stacy was that was one of his flings. That was one of his things.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I said Gwen Stacy might be the romantic. And that's why I go to the Jackal, and we got
yeah.
So I'm just, bro. Listen, if you read those comics, man, Miles Warren's in the movie.
The comic kind of that the one of the main comics also that they're adapting is the one where Spider-Man turns into a spider.
Yes,
and
I read that one too.
Mutates into a spider, and like not a whole spider, but he has like fangs and shit.
Right.
Yeah, I read that today too.
This is my thing that I fear that's going to happen. John Bernthal still not going to act like the Punisher. It's going to be like a him and Spider-Man arguing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I agree with that. That I agree with.
Because then maybe they'll prove me wrong.
No, we on the same tip because I haven't been pleased with the Punisher.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I haven't been pleased with the Punisher since the TV. Everybody loves it. I don't know why. I'd be like, it don't seem like the Punisher.
I think it has a lot to do with his Walking Dead fame, bro. I'm not gonna lie, because the shit that Marvel has been put out is put during that whole era was pushed towards like the Netflix audience or the population, not the comic dudes. So they're like, yo, we got this shit dude who played Shane. He's super popular. And then that set the tone for a lot of like casual people or like normies to fucking be like, oh, that's the Punisher. This guy's fucking sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I hope they do.
Yeah, I hope they do too. Because and then you see how like look at Daredevil. Look how Netflix handled them first 3 seasons of Daredevil. They were dope. And then Disney gets it, and you're like, damn, what happened? And then they try to bring it back, like the one where the scene, the most famous scene is where he's in the hallway. He went to rescue that little kid. That was good.
But if you really got to watch season 2 of Daredevil Born Again is a whole new show from season 1. And it's very good, dog. It's fucking dope.
The Kingpin cuck story I couldn't rock with. Did that happen in the comics, or is that some shit they did?
Something they did.
I don't know. I don't
did because the Kingpin in the comics.
We ain't read every comic with Kingpin in it. You know,
he ain't a bitch like that though, bro.
No, not in the comics. In the comics, he's more. In the comics, Kingpin is more. Who can I compare him to? Kingpin's more calculating. He's kind of like Batman.
Yeah.
He always has a plan. He always knows what's going on, and he's a gangster. And he can fight.
The thing about characters in comics, though, when you say in the comics, they're like, the problem with that statement is it's not manga. There's not one writer that wrote the character forever. There's been different writers that have written crazy, weird ass fucking stories with the character, changed their personalities. Like, there's been all kinds of iterations. And these Hollywood people, they'll just pull from any of that shit. They think it's all valid.
I mean, that's true.
But we know. But see, you just proved the point. That's the Hollywood iteration, and that's where I'm at with it. That's what we talking about. That's the Hollywood iteration, because in the comics, Kingpin ain't nothing like that. Kingpin usually has a plan. He knows what's going on. Yeah, he's a gangster. He's smooth.
But
he's cool.
You're talking about. But that's what I'm saying. You're talking about what comics? There's comics where that's not the case, is what I'm saying. And Hollywood might just be pulling from those.
Oh no! I'm
not really.
Well, I'm not comparing them. I'm not comparing them to any saga. I'm just telling you, like, on the whole, Kingpin can fight. He's actually pretty strong, and he's going toe to toe with Spider-Man and a few other heroes that are considerably just stronger than he's supposed to be.
Yeah, but we know that.
But he always worms his way out of stuff legally, and that's the beauty of Kingpin. He's sort of like Black Mass mixed with Oswald Cobblepot.
Yeah, dude. I think, shit. What was it? Jason Aaron's run of Punisher Max. I think he made the Kingpin get like some, never mind. I can't talk about it on here. But look up how they handled Kingpin in that. And then
you can talk about anything. Just don't say a certain key word.
Okay, I might be wrong. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But I think Jason Aaron made Kingpin. He got great and all this shit, and so I don't know if it pulls from that because I haven't read that entire run. But Jason Aaron used to be one of my favorite writers, but now he's like one of the ones I don't like the most. But that's a whole other story.
Yeah. And Kingpin ain't afraid to take off his jacket.
Yeah, man.
Like if Daredevil busts into his stronghold or his penthouse, Kingpin would be like, "Yo, wait a minute, who?" First of all, you came in here, and then he, exactly like you came in here for what?
Didn't they have his ass crying in that Echo show or some shit too? Like, I don't know, man. Disney seemed like they had some hidden agenda to make every dude look like a bumbling ass bitch and every woman look like the most overpowered motherfucker in the world.
That's why it's called the MCU. Yeah, that's why they dubbed it the MCU.
They're trying to course correct now.
No, I really think they are. Yeah.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Yeah, because you had She-Wars. Yeah, you had She-Wars, MCU, and what was the other one? It was 3 of them. People were clowning them for it. They're like, look,
the way to properly do badass females is like how they did Cassandra Nova in Deadpool and Wolverine. That shit was tight, bro.
Yeah,
that was dope. Tight. Yeah. I mean, and there is a place for badass female characters.
Yeah.
And I love that archetype. I love a badass female.
Right.
Yeah, like that shit. That's
the 90s was full of that shit, and we were there for it, dude.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, they did what was the one they did with the female spy a few years back. Spy. She was like Jason Bourne. It was a comic written about it. It's on the tip of my tongue. What was it? I got the DVD. I bought the movie. It'll come to me, man. It was called and she was a badass. And they made a movie out of it, but it is modeled after a comic. And they did represent the female character like almost accurately. Like
it's funny because they want to say those movies failed because of misogyny. But nah, that's not the fucking point, bro. They fail because you can't just represent a badass female character without it having to be like a man-hating fucking feminist fucking allegory.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't. It's not necessary, bro.
Even my wife's 25 and she hates that shit. She's like,
yeah,
no, women don't really act like that. I don't know why they're trying to make these female superheroes act that way. And then when I turned around to X-Men, she was like, this is how they're fucking supposed to act.
Yeah, exactly. And they nailed it, bro. And the way they hit it off, bro. X-Men 97, easily my favorite thing going right now out of Marvel, and no question, bro. I can't wait to see what comes next, bro. But yeah, man, we've been rocking for like 2 hours, man, and it's gonna do it for us. Hey, it's gonna do it for us tonight, man. But first and foremost, dog, I want to give a huge shout out to my man Hero Bishop, man, and thank you, man, for coming on and chopping it up with us, man.
Yeah, thank you for your time, man. Yeah, thank you for your time, Hero Bishop.
Appreciate you, and I liked your video that you made in response when you thought I was talking about you guys. I watched the whole thing, enjoyed it, and you guys are cool, man. Everybody's chill. Appreciate you having me on. And if I can say this, anybody who's watching, hit up my channel tomorrow. I'm dropping a video with the lore behind the Wolverine do-rag.
Hey, we definitely gonna watch it.
Check it out. Y'all. Definitely gotta check it out, y'all. Yeah, man. So yeah, dog, and listen, I appreciate you taking your time, bringing your knowledge and your theories, your passion for X-Men and your comics, and it's always better, you know, when you can bounce these ideas off someone new, but someone who's just as invested, you know.
I learned some shit from y'all today, man. So you know.
Hey, and anytime, bro, and you're always welcome to come kick it, man. Anytime,
yes,
like
you can.
know,
yes,
we have a show like Wednesday or Saturday, you'll get the link and you can hop on if you want to, man.
Hell yeah, man.
We appreciate you.
I got one in 30 minutes. If you ain't doing
I was just gonna say, bro, after this in 30 minutes, we heading over to the after party, aka Casual Toy Collector. We do that every Wednesday, every Friday, and Saturday night after our show. So
I got like
you guys
3 scripts, man. I gotta record some videos. My wife's out of town, so I'm gonna spend this whole time recording fucking videos.
Hell yeah, bro. Grinding, bro.
Grinding, yeah.
Hey.
And remember,
and you heard the
Jackal
chat didn't really
first.
Word. I know the chat, man, and let me quickly. I know Tristan's in here talking and chopping it up, guys. I'm sorry if I was not as active today with y'all. Yeah, because I've been working on something, man, with this technical issue that we're dealing with the show. Like I said, it's only a couple people that found us tonight. I don't know what happened. I think it was the name change. But
it'll even out. It'll just take it's gonna take a minute, but it'll even out.
Yeah. Now I'm stuck with it for 2 weeks, so it could fuck us up. We'll see, man. But if you enjoyed what Hero Bishop brought to the show, man, check him out on his channel. Make sure you head over and check out and subscribe to Hero Bishop Show. Show some love, subscribe to the channel, let them know that the Toy Trap sent you. And everybody watching, everybody that did make it, man, we thank you for spending the night with us and kicking it. Whether, you know what I'm saying, you could have been anywhere, but you did choose to kick it with us, and we appreciate that, man. But if you guys enjoyed, if you're new to the channel, by the way, too, like, because if you just came to the channel and it's your first time on the show, we welcome you.
Oh, you run the cherry.
And if you liked it, man, do us a favor, bro. Hit that like button, subscribe. And if you're new to the stream, send this over to another X-Men fan. It helps the channel grow. Watch Toy Trap live every Wednesday, Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. We always got something going on. Action figures, comics, movies, hip-hop, TV, collecting, whatever's going on in the community. All right, y'all. But until next time, remember, collecting ain't a hobby no more. It's a habit. Welcome to the Toy Trap. And don't forget what we always tell you.
Be water, my friend.
Collecting ain't a hobby no more. It's a habit. Welcome to the Toy Trap feed. Gotta have it. Reno and Stu, real plastic.